All right, all right, all right. Let's get this party started. It is not Sunday night, it's Monday night. Yes, yes, I am a tea drinker. Hopefully, this volume isn't too loud and blowing all your earbuds out. I think we're good to go. Good to be back in town. If you joined me last week, I was over in East Peoria, Illinois, and it's not home, but this is home, the Dapper Dividends worldwide headquarters. And yeah, just thank you for stopping by and spending a little bit of your time with me together. So I hope you're having a wonderful holiday if you're here in the United States. And if you're not in the United States, I hope you're just enjoying wherever you are right in this moment, even if you're watching on the replay, because you can truly ever only be in this one exact moment, right? That's why they say everything that ever was and ever will be exists right here and right now because it can't exist anywhere else. So enough of that existential thought. What up, man? We got Stan, SCHD, Craig, the man of a million names. What's up? And Jim, John, Kevin, Shamir. What's going on, guys? Nice to have you with us. Me, us. We're all together. I don't know what to say. And this is still strange to do this. So crazy, crazy day on Friday. I ended up selling all 13 shares of Merck in the taxable account. I kind of had those hanging on. We were up, oh man, up 45, almost 50% on those. But you know what? We had a better opportunity in my mind pop up. So you guys follow me on the channel. You know that. Oh, sorry. This caught my eye, Shamir. Yeah. So for those of you just tuning in, I did a collab, a video, an interview, whatever. I don't like the name though. I told Ari I laughed when it's called he's doing the thing called Masters of the Market series or something. And I was like, Ari, like, who are you talking about, Master of the Market? It's definitely not me. I'm just the ordinary little old, welder guy that's just trying to figure some things out, doing some research, sharing my experiences, my journey, trying to help us all be better investors here. And yeah, KC, what's popping, KC? So we'll just jump right into it. I sold my 13 shares of Merck because I needed more capital because I don't know how long it's going to go down. But yes, what I did buy, and I got quite a few notes here. I've been reaffirming my conviction, I guess, so to speak, doing my own thing, doing my own numbers, doing my own research, your own, what do they call it? Your own due diligence is what you got to do. So yes, everybody, we're talking about Nexstar Media, which, as you can see, oh, hold on, let me change this. Always something right with this guy. I want to make it as bigger for you guys. That's good enough. That's big enough for you. So Nexstar, dude, it was down almost 13% on Friday. And while I'm not 110% sure why, so in the past, there you go, one day, there it is, one day down 13%. Sorry, I just shaved. I'm not a crackhead. I'm not, I'm not itching for a hit here. But yeah, so Nexstar got hit pretty hard. And I'm not 110% sure exactly why, but I think, well, let's look at the year to date. This is just price return. This isn't total return. Down 18%. They always say when in doubt, zoom out. 10 years, it's up 322%. So this is what we've got going on. I need to share this whole screen. That's what I need to do. Let me do that. And we'll get back into a few things right here as soon as this old guy can figure out how to. Here we go. This is what I meant to do, everybody. This is what we meant to do. So I think this is one of the first headwinds. Got ads all over the place. Is that there's a bit of a tiff between Disney and Charter Communications. So Charter thinks that Disney's trying to railroad them. They're trying to charge too much for the what do you call it? Sorry. I just shaved. I just ate. I'm like, whew. I'm still going, people. That was pretty fun. Look at that. Started getting the whole like, take a breath. Your brain gets ahead of you and you start like, brah, 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 brah. All right. So pull it down a little bit. Disney and Charter Communication have a bit of a tiff, and ABC, ESPN are dark, as you can see from the headline. So it's a major carriage dispute. Um, Charter thinks that they're trying to charge too much. Disney's saying they're trying to give it away for free. That I think is one of the big things that kind of pulled a lot down. So Paramount, Warner Brothers Discovery, a lot of the broadcasters and um, media providers were down. This also broke the day before is that Nexstar must hand over some investigation papers. This is from a case in 2017, or stemmed from a failed merger in 2017 when they tried to merge with Sinclair Broadcast Group. And essentially, what it is that the local businesses think that Nexstar Media is colluding by trying to fix ad prices, keep ad prices high. So this means that a federal judge said that they had to turn over some investigation papers. And this was settled in two different times in 2018 and 2019 with the DOJ. But these local businesses are still wanting to file a lawsuit and bring litigation. And I don't know what they're searching for, but I think this was the second headwind. And then just on the third bit was the writers and actors strike, which as we're heading into fall, some news came out that things aren't really improving, aren't getting better. But I think that these things are just building and mounting for Nexstar Media. And I would love to know, Casey, you can throw your thoughts in the comment, but I've got a ton of things to say. So you know what? Just sit back, relax. I'm just going to get through it all. We're going to hang out and talk then. But I bought more Nexstar Media, and it was an average. I was buying throughout the day, and as the price just kept getting worse, I needed more cash. So I was like, you know what? Merck is a top 10 holding inside of SCHD. So we are already invested into Merck, and then there's mutual funds were invested into Merck. So took the money on Merck. I don't think they're going to go too much higher, but we took the Merck money. And just let me go real quick back to a couple numbers on, I thought I already had this pulled up, onto Nexstar Media. For those of you that might not know, they are one of the, I should have started there. They're one of they are the United States largest broadcaster. I think they have 200 what's the word I'm looking for? Thought I wrote it down. I know, just too many things going on in my brain. They have over 200 stations, I think is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that dividend yield 3.82%, pretty high. And I'll just show you a few key numbers here. Make this slightly bigger for those of you on mobile. Look at that dividend growth, just incredible dividend growth because they have just really strong, consistent free cash flow generation. And they're using that to grow the dividend pretty rapidly. And currently paying $5.40 per share, as you can see right there. The dividend yield, pretty high, 95% above their 5-year average. The PE, 7.8, paying $7.80 for every $1 of their earnings. And of course, we're buried at the low end of the 52-week price range. But look at the free cash flow payout ratio. It's expected to be 19% in the next 12 months. $29, almost $30 of free cash flow per share. Just a free cash flow machine, if you ask me. And sales, not terrible. They haven't been as big as they were in the past, but still 8% the last 12 months. And shares outstanding, I love this. So this is another key thing. They've bought back 20% of the shares outstanding since 2017. Just the sales are up and to the right. They keep bringing in more money. Really high return on equity, nice return on invested capital. They just have really nice numbers all around. And I would say the one bugaboo is the net debt to capital. But as their CFO says, they're not too worried about it because they believe that they're leveraging that into more productive measures to grow the business. So they're not worried about getting a better credit rating right now because the debt's a little bit high, and interest coverage ratio could be just a little bit bigger. So those are some of the numbers. And then I guess I will tell you a couple of the things that they are doing. If you're not aware, they acquired the CW for essentially free. They had to assume, I think it was like $100 million of debt from Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery. They wanted to get out of the CW. They just wanted to be done with the CWs. So Nexstar, led by Perry Sook, the dude has a vision for what he wants to do, just in many different ways, bringing news and information to you, the viewer, to people. So they want to turn around the CW. And what they're doing with that is they got Live Golf. They're trying to branch out into this. I hope this doesn't get too boring. They're trying to branch out into live sports. So they got Live Golf already, contract with ATSC, college basketball and football, in 2025, I think. They will be the NASCAR Xfinity Series. They will be carrying that. And as Perry Sook says, that live sports bring up the viewership, and bringing up the viewership will bring in more revenue and ad dollars. And then, we'll stop there. I want to hear what you guys have to say, because now, you know what? I'm going to finish. Apologies. This is the last thing. This is the thing that KC had been talking about, that I've been reading up on, that I think ATSC 3.0, which is the Advanced Television Systems Committee 3.0. We're currently under 1.0, and it's just going to be better picture and sound, personalized, interactive possibilities, meaning that with a 3.0 receptive device, you will be able to change, like if you're watching football, and this is over the broadcast, this is over the air, you'll be able to change the view on the field, whatever you want. They can give political just updates for your area, news updates, emergency alert services. Interactive sports betting will be a part of it. Personalized ads. So they'll be able to tell the advertisers that we will target, I guess, to the best of their ability, the demographics that they want to target over the air through broadcast. And emergency alerts, that's really interesting, that they can keep first responders connected. They can also, they can also wake TVs up. So the devices that are 3.0 compatible, they can wake them up. Oh, what else? It's crazy, folks. I've got a ton of stuff here. I'm just going to skim over. It's going to be reception to fixed and mobile devices that they'll be able to broadcast to. The underserved communities will be able to download lectures, educational materials from their schooling. And again, it uses broadcast, so they call it the one-to-many signal. And as you can see on the screen here, if you haven't been reading, there's just one tower, kind of like, your Wi-Fi extender or repeater, I guess, at your house. It'll just distribute those to greater ranges. And it's just really, really something that I think Perry Sook, as Casey has said, saw in advance that could be huge one day. Now, they do need the government to probably push that along, like they did bringing in the 1.0 when we went off of analog. But the cost is far cheaper. It could be about $58 billion to build this out versus what they think could be 150 to 240 billion for broadband, like what AT&T and I believe Verizon do use. And dude, they say it could be 15 billion market share by 2030, and $13 billion is what I think the broadcast media is right now. And also with this ATSC 3.0, this is off the white paper from Deloitte, it can not only send data, but receive data. So it's just really fantastic. And yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I'm going to jump back in here now, because let me stop sharing that. I'll just go on. I've been talking way too long, and I don't know. I hope I've made kind of clear some of my reasons for why I wanted to just keep going in and buying. As their founder, Perry Sook, dude, he started this from one television station in Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1996. And it's just grown to this behemoth. And what's really cool, even going back to the CW, to the C dubs, is that, I mean, they are trying to make it into like a Fox clone. And if that wasn't enough, because having the scripted content, but the live sports, and then they hired Mike Bayard, B-I-R-D, Mike Baird, I guess Baird. They brought him over from Fox. He was over there for 23 years, and he is now going to be the president and COO. So he has tons of experience. They're going to just try and grow the CW, bring it to profitability. I think in 2026, I think is what they're shooting for. So yeah, it's I mean, all right, I see I got a lot of comments here, but I think it's a fantastic buying opportunity. And I didn't even look what Alpha Spread gave an intrinsic value on, but to tie this into how I'm thinking about things now, I know Casey and I've talked. She goes a little bit deeper than I do with your numbers, which is okay, obviously, but I think what I'm trying to think about and focus on more, and this could be broader, and I'd love to know if you do this, is not so much the market predictions or where you think what's going to happen with the market, but just focusing on businesses that you think are going to continue to consistently grow their earnings and their profitability. We said it right. And just return cash to shareholders. Oh, by the way, with Nexstar, how I was saying that, in the first half of, my brain's like, find it. In the first half of 2023, they've returned $11.70 to shareholders through share repurchases, share buybacks, and dividends. So yeah, I'm going to get to you guys. We're going to get caught up here quick. And if I do, yeah, interesting, Steve, buy your winners. Well, that's interesting, but also, right, Warren Buffett has a thought that he thinks there's a period where you could buy too high, so you could buy something at the tippy top of a bull market, and the higher the price you pay for something, the less margin of safety you have, and the harder it will be to generate really nice returns. But watching Nexstar, you might get in a in a fun. I'm not sure what that means, man. Maybe type that again. But it's going to be, so won't matter if people cut the car. I assume you're talking about the Charter, but yeah, Charter is trying to save themselves. And I know Nexstar's tied into that. And Nexstar does feel that cord cutting, the bundle is not going to go away, that in some shape or form it's going to be there. But once again, this is why I'm pretty confident in Nexstar Media's, because their management and how they want to grow the business, and they're not expanding into goofy things like, I don't know, they're not trying to buy like a vape manufacturer or expand into, I don't know, bicycle tires. No, they're keeping it into mediums that can bring news and information. And even they have News Nation, which is I know this sounds like a cheerleader. Can you tell it? But yeah, News Nation is another thing that they want to grow, and they want one day to have that turn into a rival of like a CNN or a Fox. So that's going to be something interesting to watch that they're going to do. Let's see. Discuss your theory on holding and selling T and Verizon. Well, Eddie, I can sum that up really quick. I'm stubborn, so I'm continuing to hold AT&T. I'm stubborn probably to a fault. I would like to sell when I'm less than 10% down on AT&T, but never say never. And they're just really highly competitive, and they're really highly capital intensive. And to see the shift of like an investor, I remember riding around 2019 when I first started getting into Verizon and AT&T and being like, oh, look at that. There goes another AT&T truck. And then look at that. There's a crew over there. They're working on it. And then, oh, look at that. There's an AT&T store. I'm like, I got people in there right now making money for me. But the thing is, when I see all that equipment, property, I won't say plant. When I saw all that property and equipment, that takes money to keep running and hires people to do. It's really capital intensive. So actually, what I thought was a benefit is more of a drag on the business, I believe. Yeah, Kate, don't worry. Can't 200 carries, we'll keep it. Dresh, my man, I know you said you wanted to see my thoughts. I have a lot more, and that was me trying to do it quick. Honestly, I probably could have spoke for 30 minutes without taking a breath. I just wanted to give some of my thoughts and kind of the level of what you should do to reaffirm. And Mr. Market can be really, right? Ben Graham's Mr. Market can be really irrational. Hey, maybe Friday, Mr. Market was on a raging bender and was just like, you know, $140 a share for Nexstar. Who wants it? Yeah, 3M. We'll see. That's kind of like the initial salvo, right? But I know it's like 15 billion for the PFAS remediation, but 5 billion. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But yes, it is. But that's still money out of the business. I mean, that's, even if you were to just make it a flat 20 billion and 15 billion, then dude, that's 20 billion that's not being reinvested or going to shareholders in 3M, and that's definitely a drag on the money. Yeah. All right, here we go. Casey, correct me a little bit here with a lot of what I might have said. Yeah, it's the biggest by regulatory limits. That's a very good point, and they will be challenged. So that's why I'm thinking that this kind of DOJ thing is a nothing burger, because they would have to be really dumb to overstep something that they settled on, and they got to know. They know exactly what they're doing. So, yeah, it's to be expected. And swapping big market stations for smaller ones. Thank you for that. On gold, isn't that Barrick Gold? I got out of them. I was in them for a little while. I wanted something with a little bit higher dividend growth and share price potential appreciation. And the problem with the junior miners, right? I think Barrick Gold is a junior miner, is that they're gonna rise and fall pretty closely with the price of gold. And gold has been going up really nicely as of late. So yeah, I know Warren Buffett owned them for a hot minute couple of years ago and then got in, got out. But that might not even have been his call. That could have been a Combs or Wexler call. Yeah, joy buying while others are fearful. So that's great. I will say though, it's like you have to be scared. If you're not scared, you're not paying attention. But that doesn't mean you get scared out of your shares. I think if I'm feeling scared, like I was with Nexstar, I just dig in even deeper and look harder at my investment and say, I think the market's wrong here. I think they're just going to keep growing and returning more cash to shareholders. I think they're going to be fine. So I'd love to know what's a company that you've been buying that's beaten down, or hey, who is your number one buy last week or going into this week? What do you want to buy? Lithium mining companies for EV battery. The only major one I know of is Albemarle, but lithium is weird, right? It's kind of like a picks and shovels play, but it's just salt. And I don't know if we're going to progress past lithium or what the next iteration is, but yeah, if you wanted a safe play, I would say Albemarle. That's so you guys are talking about 3M again. So I think I have the feeling, as do many other people, that they're going to, the dreaded right sizing of the dividend, as AT&T did. And again, I know I'm like a broken record, but what that means is if dividend investors aren't made whole, meaning when 3M, they're going to be splitting off their consumer health business, and that'll be paying a dividend, and 3M will be paying a dividend. So when you add the two of them together, if it is not the same or more than what 3M was paying post spinoff, then it's a dividend cut. So I think they're going to use the spinoff to cut the dividend. They're already spying on us, Shamir. What are you talking about? Right? They were doing that with the who remembers that? Weren't they hacking into the Roombas, like China, they said, was hacking into Roombas and not the one. I want to turn my phone on. Alexa, that one. See, thank you for popping that in there. ATS 3.0 for disaster zones, right? So it can also, that it's like a backup comm system also for GPS, and it will be able to hopefully keep first responders in touch. A funny thing about first responders too that I read with Nexstar is that because they have so many local TV stations around the country, they have about 5,500 journalists that are on staff. So, they can plug that into like News Nation. If something is going on I think they said if a tornado rips through Oklahoma, within 45 minutes, 30 minutes, they can have a camera crew on the scene, getting the information out to people where you're not going to have like a CNN or something. And that's nationally. You're not going to have like CNN hop a jet from New York out to, no, it'll be on the scene right away. So that'll be one interesting. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. If China's spying on you, if Kim Jong-un or Il or whichever iteration he is, Putin's spying on you, see Putin with his mistress in bed eating the popcorn, watching what Jim Betts. Now let's see what Jim Betts is doing tonight. I think old Vlad would be bored, Jim, right? Good point. I love it, man. So I love it. We have fun around here. I look forward to this every Sunday night. And truth be told, but I'm not spilling the beans, but Mr. Ryan Williams and I were talking about, I think a lot of you guys, and actually I'll get some live, oh my God, I'm so far behind. Let me know. I'm going to speed it up. But we were thinking that a lot of you come in to just hang out in the chat. So we're trying to think of something more like, maybe we just share our buys and sells really quickly in the beginning, like a little quick like portfolio update in the beginning, and then just talk with you guys what you're doing. Because, as I was doing that, I was thinking like, dude, 14 minutes of me just blabbering on and on and on, and I'm not responding to anybody, and now I'm all backed up in the comments. So yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. I see you guys talking about EVs. And Billy. What's up, Billy Johnson? I will salute you, good sir. TSN still has a moat. Yeah, it's an interesting one. A lot of people were looking at TSN and I don't know. I'll bring you all with. We'll see if they've recovered. My screen went black there for a second. TSN, did any of you buy TSN? Let's look. Let's take a peek-see, everybody. More. Get this paper out of here. I can't type. I want to see what their share price was doing just for the heck of it. Yeah, still down there. So 30% in the past year. And they're even dipping. That's interesting. We'll see what happens if they down 7% in the last month. Oh, there's the big one. That was the big earnings, I think. Earnings drop. Yeah, they went from 56 to 51. But they're 52 now. What's the dividend yield? 3.65%. And only 1.84% short interest on Tyson Foods. So apparently the shorts are not thinking that they're going to fall much more. I'm getting caught up to you guys. I'm working my way back to you guys. Do you think owning a REIT and a taxable account is annoying at tax time? Not annoying if you expect it. And this is something I was thinking about, is that some people want more income right away. And if it's in a retirement account, you're not going to be able to touch it unless you can siphon off your contributions from a Roth after it's been open for 5 years, right? So that's why most people do put them in a REIT, or they put their REITs in a REIT. Is this the nexus of the universe? Oh, John, VLO. What are we going to do with you, John? I'll look up VLO really quick for you, good sir. I don't know what VLO is, so we can find out together. By the way, tomorrow I will be talking to Mike Hero, the dividend guy. That'll be upcoming at the end of the week. Oh, Valero Energy, 3% yield. I feel like we talked about this one before. Let me just look at their growth. Dividend looks to be frozen. No, it was frozen. They just started growing it again. Dividend yield. I mean, this doesn't tell us anything about the future, but I don't know. From this, it looks like you probably could get a better entry point. Oh, I didn't even look at the chart. I should have pulled up like a candlestick chart, but I don't know. A lot of you guys don't. 21% free cash flow payout ratio. So that's low. And then let me just see what their free cash flow per share has been dropping. Sales dropping. Dropping. Did you put a G on the end of that, buddy? Buying back shares. Buying back shares. So there you go. I'll just really high return on invested capital and return on equity. That's interesting. I don't know what their debt situation looks like. And they have been buying back or paying down debt. Actually, that looks pretty interesting. This would definitely get a deeper dive from me. So Valero Energy, thoughts, everybody? What say you out there in the crowd? Let us know if you would invest in Valero Energy. That looks interesting. The numbers were a little bit better than I thought. So there you go, John. Hope you're happy. Oh, that's a good one. No, and we have been really bad people about that. We keep putting it off. We need to get a will and trust is what we want to have done. And I want to say we've been putting this off for a few years now. It's bad. Yeah, we really should. And do you guys have wills? You should, especially if you have children. I guess that's been a little bit playing with fire. And then for my portfolio, yeah, I pretty much don't. So she would probably be lost. And this is a great point. I'm glad you bring it up because it's important. But right, we get so focused on the day-to-day life that I guess this could tie into investing too. Like you're just sometimes not thinking about the long game. You're so focused on like that day's share price. Like, I guess that's a pretty good tie-in because, when you're only focused on one day of data, it can help to zoom out and think ahead. So good point, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for reminding me. And you should make me feel bad. You should say you're a terrible person, Mr. Russ, for not having a will down. Bed Bath and Bed Bath. That's Best Buy, not Bed Bath. What I think of Bed Bath and Beyond, sell it all, invest everything. They're already gone. I don't know. I haven't really looked into them. I don't know, guys. What do you think about Best Buy? I haven't been in one in forever. I used to buy CDs from Best Buy. But even then, it was when I had to have a CD and I didn't care paying full price, I'd go to Best Buy. Best Buy, yeah. So I don't know, Jay's stocks. What do you think about it? Yeah, I haven't really dug deep into them. What have you guys been doing? What are you buying? Shamir, happy Canada, man. Oh, yeah. Mike Hira. We talked with him. The proposed settlement, $1 billion in stock. Oh, that is right. That's a weird one. So what are they going to give stock to the people that the claimants? Yeah, I forgot about that. Good call, Shamir. That is included in there. That's strange, I think. Can 3M raise prices? They can try. Good luck for them. I see Casey's already answering that. REITs are simpler than MLPs, right? Because with MLPs, you're going to get a K1, which is because they're a pass-through entity. So they're not paying the taxes on those distributions, then you are paying the taxes on them. Unless they're in, from what I understand, a tax advantage account, anything under $1,000 in distribution from an MLP. I don't know if that's aggregate or just the one. You don't pay any taxes. So even if it's in a Roth and you have $1,001, I believe on that first dollar, you're going to pay your ordinary income tax rate. Kind of a quirky little quirk there. What do you got to say about 3M, Casey? With the nice little unicorn on the rainbow. Unicorns. Who's unicorn hunting? Monster Beverage was a unicorn, and it looks like Celsius is the next unicorn. People here love their drinks, huh? Celsius is one. I think PepsiCo is going to buy them, so I assume that I will be an owner of Celsius. I think they have a I don't remember if it's a 7 or 10% stake maybe in Celsius. Yeah, it's just a matter of time before they buy them. But dude, Celsius, what a ride that thing's been on. Yeah, it's not really sure when eat the concentration. Yeah, I got out of 3M, full disclosure, and I will be happy not outright owning them, but having exposure inside of SCHD and a couple mutual funds, I believe. All right, I'm going to get caught up with you people here. So this could be good and bad. TSN's a family business. That's probably the reason why that the drunk kid, who's the CFO or the grandson, I think it's the Tyson grandson, is the CFO. The guy that fell asleep naked and drunk or something inside of a neighbor's bedroom. I don't know. He just got I don't even know if he got a slap on the wrist. ConAgra, we see there. Still risk of the business. The legacy cable business does get wiped out. Yeah, that's so this is what I remember reading. Oh, I don't remember what famous investor, but they kind of work backward. They start from all the negative things that could happen to the business, all the things they don't like, trying to rack their brain and come up with all the potential ways that they could be shut down, lose their competitive advantage, and then start with the good thing, looking for the good and things to overcome that, I believe. So, but you're right. So I think also, right, Casey, that's why Perry and the management is trying to build past that. But I do understand that a lot of their revenue comes from the legacy cable business. 70 shares into Crown Castle under $100. I always have to think that that's the forklift company that's in my industry because that's Crown, but it's not. Crown Castle is indeed, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, the cell tower, right? Cell towers. Yeah, they're a competitor to AMT, right? American Tower. Oh, look at you going buying Texas Roadhouse, Shamir. Also buying VOO and VYM. Very, very nice. We got Jim buying ConAgra and Mondelez, Coke, McDonald's, and a week out. Yeah, I think it's a good time to still buy REITs. It's right. It's a funny thing, but you shouldn't run away from sales, and that's what I'm doing with Nexstar. Is the reason was not abundantly clear to me for the big drop. It may fall further, of which I will add a few more shares. I think I'm up to 72 shares now of Nexstar Media, but I'm just very confident, and you got to take advantage of a sale when it happens. You don't know when, but it's kind of that counterintuitive thing. Like imagine being in, my daughter's prom dress shopping. Could you imagine being in the store and it's like, oh my God, this is 13% off this thing I've been looking at. Like, no, I'm not going to buy it. You call me up when we're back to full price, then I'll come in and buy it. So unless it's like laden with lice or something, then there may be a reason. But see, so in the market, you can't just buy every sale because somebody with really bad head lice could have returned something and now they want to get rid of it and you're buying it. So you have to do your own due diligence before you just willy-nilly buy a sale, because you could be buying, Lehman Brothers or something, or whatever. So Enron. But NextEra Energy, AEP. I don't remember AEP or LNT. I should know those. Jeremiah, who's not a bullfrog. And I'm sure I've never said that to you. And as soon as I was going to say Jeremiah was a bullfrog, my brain said, idiot, he's probably heard that 5 million times in his life. But we stopped. We cut it off. So NEE, next there, AEP. It's not Aeropostale. What's Aeropostale? They pay a dividend. Aren't they AEP? No, American Eagle, AEO. That's what they are. Aeropostale. Aeropostale. What is that? Is that like one of the apostles wears Air Jordans and they're playing some b-ball down at the Vatican's b-ball? They're scoring touchdowns down at the B-Balls Vatican rink. People are like, this guy may need medication. You okay, buddy? Patient. Now it got me thinking of apostles with Air Apostle. Those are, I think those are the new Nikes that you can buy, and they've been blessed by the Pope. So they carry that Pope premium with them, but you can buy them, the Air Apostles. I don't know. Yeah. 3 people just said, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. I'm gone. Uh, Goodbye on AEP. Interesting. I don't know that off the top of my head. Okay. Casey shorted. Are you still shorting TSN or did you get out of shorting them? So are you indeed part of that 1.64%? Drush, don't worry about catching falling knives, dude. I'm looking at my hands. I got plenty of scars. And I will say that I did think of that on Friday as I was buying Nexstar. I thought this may go lower, but I didn't want to be stuck timing the market because I didn't want something to happen over the long weekend. And then the buying opportunity has just vanished and we're back to 160, 170 and up from there. So if everything remains static and it drops to the 130s and 120s, I will keep buying there. And I'm closer to 100 now. I might as well just get to the 100 shares. So interesting. So you like the 15 minutes of blabbering, come for the idea of the week. Yeah. So maybe I can do it shorter. Because I will say, and you guys know, and you're probably thinking, I struggle with that a little bit. So anyway, it was just a thought that I can be very long-winded. It's something I struggle with in life is trying to figure out how to be very concise, very to the point, and say things in a way that everybody can understand. I'm working on it. Good one. I thought, you know what? I'll just show you, man. I'll just show you guys the dividends I'm expecting this week. So I didn't make a short last week because it was 1 and there's 2 this week. So plus I've been busy, dude. My wife is redoing the website. I'm moving the newsletter over to ConvertKit and spending time with family. Like I only have so many hours in the day, but I'll show you the everybody stand by for the dividends coming this week. And for that, we will go to Simply Safe Dividends. Oh my God. Like people are like, what is that? It's Streamception. All right. I need to go to portfolios. Oh, actually, I could take this time to show you. Hello, Lucy. Okay. Right then. So first we'll start here. This week, because you asked, Burn Survivor, I have $18.75 tomorrow coming from Lyondell Basel. And then J&J across 2 accounts, $41.65. So that is the dividends this week. And then, yeah, I'll have to do a short for next week because I've got, like, you guys are getting an early preview. $46 from Target, ExxonMobil, Chevron. Yeah, this is Simply Safe Dividends, by the way. You pay a pretty penny for this. Got Prudential coming up. And then my monthly payers, Main Street Capital and Realty Income, both paying me $72. What were we going to look at here? Oh, yeah, my portfolio. Let's just do percentage of portfolio. We are currently down to, oh, for cry, come on. And now it's gone. All right, let's try it again. Second time's the charm. 33 holdings. People, look at that. And percentage of portfolio as we come on now. You can do it. All right, here we go. These are 3 portfolios combined. We have PepsiCo at the top, 12.2, SCHD 7.3, and Nexstar 7.1. And yeah, my cost per share of Nexstar, $163. I'm down 13%, 72 shares. I still think that they are going to recover. It's not something I'm terribly worried about. Thinking long-term, and this is a great buying opportunity, I believe. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen, but anyway, I just did a portfolio update video, so that was that. And Um, what is that noise? Stop that. Oh, Jim, you own TSN. Yeah, I don't think I could own them, dude. I don't know. They're in SCHD, right? Somebody help me out with that. I still haven't. Like the TSN Nuggies. Yeah, I liked going to Blockbuster Video too, but look how well that worked out. Not saying that Tyson Foods is Blockbuster Video, but I do remember not a lot of you youngins and cheerins remember going to Blockbuster and hoping you got there. Dude, if you wanted a movie and you got there at Friday or Saturday at like 7 p.m., forget it. You ain't going to find it. You're going to have to go into the middle aisle to find the old crap that nobody wants to watch and trick yourself into watching a movie. Or you could be like the lunatics that would wait by the movie return bin and just be like, hey, what came in? What came in? It was a crazy thing. Not a lot of you people remember that. So that was this moment in what it's like to be what am I? I'm a Gen X, right? I don't know. I was born in April of 78. So whatever that makes me. Yeah, you guys do those. Oh, we subcontract for a company called Hearthside Foods. Hearthside Foods, and they do a lot of the production for Tyson Foods, a lot of their sausages and patties and chicken and things like that. Jim, you sold Valero. Okay, nice. You don't hold it. Yeah, Casey's 24, no kids. Look at that. You're going to be lapping us all. It's going to be ridiculous. Is Pep shares given away for free or even just a small snack size? Yeah, and I don't eat chips, though, really. I eat veggie straws. Let's see. I'm going to find somebody's comment here. You don't have a will. Okay. Beneficiary report. Yeah, mine is too. She wouldn't know what to do. Maybe she'd watch all my old videos. Maybe I need to make a video to my wife and put it up on YouTube. This is what you do if I die. Well, someday we're all going to check out the singer, sadly, and I forget his name. Oh, man, I just felt really bad there. Smash Mouth. The singer of Smash Mouth lost his battle with alcoholism and died of liver failure, but would it be, that's like a riddle. Would you rather be known by name or known as the singer of Smash Mouth? So, yeah, unfortunately, him and Jimmy Buffett, right? Warren Buffett's cousin died. They both passed on. Maybe they're going to make music up in the great beyond. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed my interview on Ari's show, Mr. Ari Gutman. Yeah, those trolls. Hey, what are you going to do with them, you know? I don't mind them, though. At least I know somebody's watching. Smuckers, in terms of the family business nepotism, I've never looked deeply into Schmuckers, which I do believe owns Pepperidge Farm, right? I think I always want to say Schmuckers. Smuckers owns Pepperidge Farm, I believe. And my kids, here's a hot tip. If anybody's ever driving on 294 past Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, look to the east side of the expressway and you'll see a Simon Property Group outlet called the Pleasant Prairie outlets, whatever. They have a Pepperidge Farm store there and really good deals on goldfish. My daughter's a goldfish addict, so we get her fixed there, and it's good for my wallet book. Good body cam. Oh, really? Nah. They have footage of him. I don't want to watch. Well, I'll watch it later. I'm not going to put it on. That would be crazy. Okay, yeah. I got to get caught up to you guys. I need a t-shirt that says I'm going to get caught up. The inversion principle. Thank you. See, this is what I need to do. Casey will say in a sentence what I tried to say in like 3 paragraphs. Kill the business, see how far you can get before you start saying ridiculous things. Good point. And a lot of that, especially me in the beginning, and maybe sometimes to a fault now, still not, but I would only look for the good. And then the bad stuff, I'd be like, that probably won't happen. Very not good. Very not good English. All right. Oh, you did. Oh, hey, everybody. I also bought something Dollar General related. And if you sign up for the newsletter, you'd know I'm sure I have a link down there somewhere below. It's a free weekly newsletter, but I bought the morning which was what, Thursday, that Dollar General fell. I looked at the chart and I said, okay, they're going to bounce. Like they're going to it may be a dead cat bounce even, but I bought a $150 call option that expired on October 20th, which was like 52 days or so away when I bought it for $35. And I sold it about 5 hours later for $120. So a cool 84-ish dollars after the fees and whatever. So like a 230, 40 some percent gain in a few hours, which is not bad. More NXST affiliate broadcaster. Yes. So if Disney vs. Charter winds up being a watershed moment where every network leaves the multi-video, the MVPDs, goes direct to consumer via apps, yeah, that cuts an affiliate out. Good point. And I think it's going to be resolved, right? Disney and Charter, like, didn't they go through this before? Or no, that was DirecTV and Nexstar, which they're also in a little bit of litigation too. So, but we'll see. We just don't know what's going to happen. So it's that uncertainty, and that would definitely reduce a large chunk. So there you go. And that's probably why. I'm sure that did it. So money needs to be made, right? Don't you guys think that? I mean, Nexstar still does deals with like YouTube TV, and they have content that still is going to go out. But yeah, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head through that scenario. So, man, that would be, we'll see what happens. Everybody likes to make money. And I think one of the sides is going to cave, especially with football season coming up. I mean, come on, this is happening right before the NFL season kicks off. So I think it's going to be resolved, but we'll see. We'll see that bundling, right? Didn't we just see that with Disney and Hulu, that they're bundling together, and you're starting to get streaming apps like bundling together? So I don't know. The bundles may just resurface in another form. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I can't believe I didn't get caught up to you guys. Pat, I want to share that. That's awesome, buddy. $424 in Enbridge dividends this weekend. Tyson is 0.48% of SCHD. Yeah, not a lot, but still for something I wouldn't buy outright. You know, I still get a little exposure there. Nice to know I'm not the only one that went to a Blockbuster back in the day. And unless no more meats. Yeah, I can't see that happening. Veggie meats. Dude, those things are kind of gross right now. You know what is coming, though? Cultivated meats, or cultured, lab-cultivated, lab-grown meat. That's something that I was reading about on the Food Dive, which is an interesting blog, website, blog thing. So that may be coming. Here, we get the SCHD, man. Thank you. All right, I'm sorry if I'm skipping over you. Which stocks have you talked about dropping that pays a dividend? It's Nexstar Media, so you can watch the beginning. I bought a bunch. Oh, you're getting your kids ready for school tomorrow. I'd like to say mine too, but as I said, I got my daughter out shopping right now at 8:24. My wife's with them, her and her friend. They're shopping for homecoming dresses. So I'm like, hey, school tomorrow. Come on. Dude, crypto tatted Zach. You're the dude that said you sold everything to buy more Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's going to be an interesting thing to watch, dude. And unfortunately, I have a good amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's on Celsius, where it's just, I don't know where it is. That was dumb. That's something I got caught up in, and luckily it won't be any more than $5,000 loss, but just, thank you. I gave some bunk information. I said Schmucker's own Pepperidge Farm. Campbell's Soup. That's right, because they sell Campbell products there too. So I do appreciate that, man. Oh, what's up, Sir Dude Bro, man? Thank you for finally being able to catch a live. And oh, the podcast. Yeah, thank you. Do you know what I was gonna do today? I still haven't. Is read the reviews. I don't want to read them yet. I've got like 20 of them, but I should on Apple. Oh well. Someday we could. All right, I'm almost caught up to you guys. Thank God. New to Dividend, can recommend a good book to read. Oh, I'm sure somebody hopefully did. There is a lot, man. And I'm blanking right now. Why am I blanking? Dividend books, guys. Somebody, come on, throw them out there. I can't think of the name of it. I have a few links in the notes below that I always post. So what do you guys like as a dividend? It's been so long since I've read one. I don't remember. All right. NFL Network. Yeah. NFL Network. Disney around in 20 years. Yeah, Disney's going to be around, but I'm sure they'll get rid of ESPN, but they're going to go through some changes, much like Black Sabbath sang. Change. Yeah. Hey, nice of you to wander on in here at no, you didn't put it shows a timestamp of 8:26. There's no way, dude. There's no way. So nice of you to wander on in at the end of the show, Mr. Williams. Fast Graphs did a decent review of some staple stocks this week. I need to watch that channel. I'll be honest, I've never watched Chuck at Fast Graphs. And I listen to the Dividend Talk podcast. They talked to Brad Thomas, Mr. Reed, if you haven't done that. Yeah, did you guys give him some books? Throw out your books. Ryan, what's a great book on dividend investing right now if you're watching? Michael, what did Michael Anthony say? Oh, here. I wanted to see this. You guys are talking to him. Why are all the great USA food companies making new lows? And BGS, they're a bank. I held them. I sold them before they got out. Even Kroger heading down. Cyclicality, maybe. I don't know. Did you guys answer him? Yeah, there you go. Market acts irrationally. Yeah, it could just be, I don't know if it's all shrink, but that sector definitely is having issues. Yeah, buying realty income. I look to buy more realty income too. I'm going to buy another share for sure with those dividends next week. Disney will be around. And I'm going to, yeah, well, 0 books about dividend investing. You know, that's, come on, somebody throw a book out there for my guy. No, that's not a book. You guys, seriously. Yes, Dividend Investing by Abe Froman. That's the Sausage King. Abe Froman is from Jesus criminy. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, dude, I'm caught up. Ryan, come on, man. What's a good dividend book? I know you could go to Amazon, and I've read a few, but I can't. Brad Thomas, by the way, is doing a Dividends for Dummies book, I believe. This tea I'm drinking has gone cold. Yeah, nobody got to pick the one from in my notes. I don't know. But yeah, this week I'm going to see what we got going on tomorrow. I think it should be a pretty quiet week, right, in the markets. But we didn't even talk about, right? September is historically the worst week. September is the worst week for markets. You can tell it's not a Sunday. It's about that time. But dividend growth machine. Thank you, Jim. I'm sorry I missed that, Jim. I was like just scrolling down and get down to catch up live. Dividend growth machine. I've never read that one. Nice. Window dressing price action. Yeah, I hope so. You know what usually happens to me is like when there's going to be a nice pullback, within the first 2 days, like I just evaporate all my dry powder. I'm just terrible with that. I'm like, yes, we're down 3%. Buy. And then it goes down more. I'm like, son of a gun. Yeah, I'm not. You're more brave than I. You have bigger cojones than I do, KC. I am too scared to do anything shorting other than just a simple put, because at least I want to know that my downside is limited to what I put into the short, into the put, I should say. Did I say short? Into the put, where if you do a naked short or whatever they call that, then dude, a stock can always go to zero. So, right, your upside on the short is what, 100%. But if you're short, dude, stocks can go, there's no ceiling. They can go infinite high. All right, good. I'm glad you guys, yeah, that one's not terribly dividend investing, but those are just three really good books I like. Oh, hasn't, okay, mosquito bites, sorry. Not doing anything unbecoming underneath there. Hasn't mentioned the name of the PEP CEO. Why do you want to know about Ramon LaGuardia? What's wrong with Ramon LaGuardia? Did something happen with Ramon LaGuardia? See, I didn't know this. Create an artificial ceiling. Oh, yeah, stop loss. Okay. Good point. Yep. Well, I think here we go. Last one. Oh, dude. Case for Dividend Invest. I haven't read that by David Bahnsen. David Bahnsen does have a podcast, a daily podcast during the week called the Dividend Cafe on Apple Podcasts. Check it out. It's a nice little 10, 15, 20 minutes sometime. Just listen about his thoughts on what's going on with the market and things like that. So I have not read that one either. And honestly, the first about SCH, about Schwab, I know they've been making some changes. They have Thinkorswim now because they acquired that. All the fuss. Yeah. I know they laid off some people. They're just doing some restructuring. I guess all the ancillary positions that came over with the what is it? The TD, not Thinkorswim. Yeah, it was just Thinkorswim, right? Whatever they bought. So I think they're going to be good. They're going to be fine. All right, everybody. Ooh, yeah, the GameStop. Who's that with? I don't know. I'll go all night. I got to end it here. I'm going to have to tag the lion, guys. I'm going to have to put a cap on it because not a cap in it, but a cap on it. I'll end with you, Sir Dubro, man, because you finally caught it. Dividends still don't lie. Great. Get rich with dividends. Thank you. And you listen at work. I love it. All right. Yeah, you guys, I do appreciate you. And I miss my guy. We got all these people dying. And I don't know if that's a happy note to end it on, to say that, like the food we talk about, we all have an expiration date and we just don't know when that's going to be. It could be tomorrow, but I will hope for you it's 50, 60, 70 years from now. More if you're younger, but who knows? Let's all live to at least 100 in good health, I think, and just try to enjoy the present moment and a little bit less stress, I think. Oh, last thing I will throw out there is that the wife and I just started watching Blue Zones on Netflix, and it's about people that become centenarians. Like, these certain pockets around the world have the highest percentage of centenarians. I think I said that right. People that are 100 years old. So it's fun. Check it out. Might give you some good ideas. So everybody, once again, thank you so ding dang dong very much for spending a little bit of your time with me on a Monday night. Should be back to Sunday night, regularly scheduled time next. So, dude, thank you, everybody, and Dudette for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. So have a great week. So long, everybody.